Hello, welcome back to Pasadena In Focus. I'm your host, Yosio Montes from the City of Pasadena. Today, we'll be covering the Pasadena Unified School District, the 710 Reconnecting Pasadena project, Pasadena Humane, and the Shop Local segments. Stay tuned.
It's Pasadena In Focus.
Tonight's guest, Wendy Macias. Hilda Ramirez Horvath.
Plus Shop Local and Pasadena Humane.
We have our first guest on the show is Hilda Ramirez Horvath with the Pasadena Unified School District. Welcome to the show, Hilda.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so let's talk PUSD. What do we have going on this year at the Pasadena Unified School District?
We continue to focus on literacy, math, and college and career readiness in environments that prioritize our students' well-being. Knowing what they've been through, what we've all been through with the Eaton fire, we focus on supporting them emotionally and academically. Children learn better when they know that they're in a caring, calm environment.
So I know that the Eden fire had a big impact on PUSD families and faculty. Can you share some achievements and some progress that has been made?
The fire really had a huge impact on our school communities. About 2/3 of our students were evacuated, roughly half of our staff, and about 1,000 of our students lost their homes. Others are not home yet. The same for our employees. And so knowing that, we made it a priority to reopen schools. We reopened schools 23 days, school days after the fire began. And that's because we know that having children in schools in a calm and learning environment where they are cared for, that's a way of healing and restoring. Since then, we've focused on wellness, and at graduation, it was good to see that we had graduates who are going on to some of the amazing colleges and universities across the state and the country, entering the workforce or the military. Some of those graduates earned both their high school diploma and Associate of Arts degrees from Pasadena City College through dual enrollment. We had a record number of graduates from Blair High School who earned the International Baccalaureate Diploma, which is a really rigorous test.
Wow, that's really cool, yeah.
And we saw increases in student achievement across the board in some areas and some schools in both literacy and math.
Wow, that's awesome. And then what other resources can you share that Pasadena Unified School District has to offer for students or even faculty?
So we are focusing on literacy, math, and college and career readiness. And we also have a major emphasis on wellness. Our teachers have received professional development on and resources on their own wellness, as well as how to care for children going through these different stages of recovery from the fire. For instance, we had a donation of comfort cubs, these weighted teddy bears that each school is getting, so that whether it's a child or a staff member who needs a moment to hold them and to get centered so that they can go back into the classroom and go on with learning in their day.
Wow, that's really good. And I know it's always good to go back to normalcy. Mm-hmm. During that time, it was very hectic and there was a lot of things going on. Mm-hmm. So it's really great that PUSD is putting together these wellness programs for students and both faculty. Is there any other things that you would like to share with us today about what's going on at PUSD?
We are focusing on wellness, as I said, and college and career readiness. We have academies where our students are, for instance, the Law and Public Service Academy at Pasadena High School, the ACI Academy at Marshall, and the different academies at John Muir Early College Magnet. And so the focus is there. We have dual immersion programs in 4 languages,
Wow.
which means that Also, this last year, we saw students who graduated with the seal of biliteracy, which means that they are fluent not in English and at least in one other language.
That's so cool to have those different languages where students are learning that. What are some of those languages that they're learning?
So Spanish,
Yes.
Mandarin, French, and Armenian.
Wow, that's awesome. I was actually part of the Art and Media Academy at John Muir High School, where I learned graphic design, photography, videography, and amongst other things that were really cool at that academy. So I thank POSD for putting that together, and I'm glad that it's continuing on.
It's wonderful to see people out in the community who have gone through our schools and are using the skills that they learned in their careers. Our college and career academies prepare our students for life after high school and whatever they're going to pursue. And it's an exciting opportunity for them to learn and explore careers, to experience them through internships so that they can use those skills later. And it creates people who are articulate, who are great communicators, critical thinkers, and who have a heart for their community. Our graduates are required to not only meet academic requirements, but also to complete community service hours, internship hours, and so that embeds them in our community.
And I think that pretty much wraps it up with our interview today. Is there anything final that you would like to add?
So a couple of other options available for our students and our families is that we have a new immersive storytelling academy for middle school students located at McKinley. So it's a way for students to use technology to tell a story, and they work with professionals in those areas. We also offer our Center for Independent Studies, virtual online studies that are supported by teachers here for any family that needs it and can't get to school regularly.
So can you share where people can find more information about the Pasadena Unified School District?
On our website at pusd.us, on our social media, and you can also sign up for our weekly newsletters on our website.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Next up, let's visit our friends at Pasadena Humane.
Hi everyone, my name is Sari. I'm here at beautiful Pasadena Humane with a very special guest. This is Octavio. He is a 5-year-old Rottweiler, and as you can see, he's just such a wonderful, very chill, extra large love bug. He was found tied to a pole at South Pasadena High School by a Good Samaritan who brought him to us, and ever since then we've been able to love on him as he's looking for his forever home. He's a big guy who just really loves his cuddles and his playtime. So if you're looking for someone who can enjoy some chiller days on the couch with you, or also go out in the yard and have some fun time playing with some squeaky toys, or enjoying some very, very good treats, Octavio is your guy. He would do best in a home where he is the only dog, and if you've got any kids in that home, kids that are just a little bit older, to love on him as the big love bug that he is. If you're interested in meeting Octavio, come on by Pasadena Humane at 361 South Raymond Avenue. And if you're also interested in meeting any of his friends, I'm sure we've got somebody here for you. Hi everyone, I am here with Trooper. He truly is a trooper here. He was seen hit by a car by a Good Samaritan, and in his healing journey, he's ended up here at Pasadena Humane. Our veterinary staff does so much for him every day. They bring so much care and compassion to his healing. You can see he's got this cone and these 2 little buttons here on his muzzle that help hold his jaw in place as he's healing, but don't be fooled, these things don't slow him down at all. He is oftentimes seen running around here in the yard. He's always happy to greet you, his tail is always wagging, and he's just got an incredible story of resiliency and bravery that we find so inspiring. So if you're interested in meeting Trooper here, and adopting just this brave little guy, come on by Pasadena Humane, or if you're interested in meeting any of Trooper's friends, I'm sure we've got somebody here for you. Hi everyone, I'm here with the Cat Corner segment to do a special little highlight of Miss Dash here. She is an 8-week-old kitten, and you can see she's very curious of the world around her. She came in with several other kittens, and something we do here at Pasadena Humane is making sure that even when kittens come in that are very small, that they receive all the care and the health support that they need to be able to thrive and also be adopted out into an incredible home. So Miss Dash here is going to be available for adoption soon. She's still putting on a little bit of weight to make sure that she's ready to go home, but once she is, if you're interested in adopting Dash or any of her litter mates or any of the cats or kittens we have here, come on by Pasadena Humane at 361 South Raymond Avenue. We'll be happy to see you and help you find your perfect match.
So the next guest on our show is Wendy Macias with the City Manager's Office. Welcome to the show, Wendy.
Thanks, Yosio. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the 710 project.
So the 710 Master Plan project involves the 710 freeway that wasn't completed. And so what we've done now, the city has embarked on a 710 Master Plan process to really determine how we can redevelop this segment of the freeway. It was relinquished to the city in 2022 by Caltrans. And so the city is taking that as an opportunity to reconnect communities and really create something new and vibrant for the community.
How can the community get involved in this planning portion of the project?
So we've held a couple of community engagement workshops already. We held one in late fall, early spring, and we're actually getting ready to prepare for our early fall of 2025. It's coming up September 13th. We're going to hold it at Friendship Pasadena Church, which is located adjacent to the stub, and it's just kind of part of the history of the 710 stub. So we are encouraging people to come out.
So Wendy, can you tell us about what phase we're currently on in terms of the project?
The master plan project itself is a 24-month process. And so we are currently preparing to enter into the last third of that 24-month period. And we're going to kick that off with a community engagement event, which is scheduled for September 13th.
Wow, that's really great. And how do people get involved? Do you need to RSVP? Can you just show up at those workshops? How does that work?
People can definitely RSVP. That helps us have an idea of how many people we'll be expecting, but you can definitely just stop by. We are making sure that everyone is welcome, getting word out. And I think it's an opportunity to see how far we've come and to continue to give us feedback and let us know if we're going in the right direction and if the work that is being done resonates with the community.
And what will actually take place at the workshops? Can you tell us about that?
Of course. And so this workshop will be different from the two prior workshops that we've had. This one will consist of more of a panel setup. We will present where our 710 stub options are now, just big ideas in terms of land use, circulation and mobility, sustainability. And the panel that we'll have there will be subject matter experts. And so they'll be able to respond to some of the questions that our community may have in terms of, some of the design options that they'll see that day.
Yeah, and I know there's a history portion of this project. Can you share about that?
Right. So the history of the 710 stub was really important to everyone involved in this project early on. And so the 710 master plan has a historic project component, which really delved into the history of the community that lived there prior to the construction of the freeway. Some of the policies that these people kind of endured, as well as documentation of descendants or family members of descendants, and really capturing their oral history. The work of one of our consultants involved seeking out those descendants or those impacted by the freeway, and also creating this great oral history documentary, which you can find on the project website and the city's YouTube channel.
Wow, that's really great. If someone were to want to get more information about this project and where we are as a city, where can they find that information?
So we do have a project webpage that is located on the city's main page under the bulletin section. And then we can also direct people, if they're interested in listening in to some of our Reconnecting Communities advisory group meetings. You can direct them to the section under commissions and committees, And so they can get more information on some of those public meetings. And then they can just reach out to the city manager's office and ask for me, Wendy Macias, and then I can give them more information.
Perfect. And in terms of a timeline, is there some type of timeline that we have going on with this project? When do we want to get started on some of the projects that we have going on?
Right, and so as I mentioned before, it's a 24-month process. And so what we will be doing coming out of this September 13th workshop is just continuing to take that information and synthesize it with the work of our consultants, continue to integrate the feedback from our community so that we can create a vision plan that will eventually lead into the planning process with the city.
That's really great. I think that is an area of Pasadena which has a lot of history, and I think that the community being on board with sharing what they want in that space, I think it's going to be huge. And we're looking forward to find more information about what's going to happen there. So we'll look forward to being at the September 13th workshop. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us today?
No, thank you for having me. And we hope to see you there as well as the rest of our community. And engage is the only thing that I ask everyone. This is an opportunity to shape a big portion of our city. And it's important to hear their thoughts and their input. So,
okay.
Thank
and
you.
then who's specifically invited for this, the workshop? Is it mostly Pasadena residents, or are we inviting people outside of the city?
So this is a community-wide planning effort. And so this is, while the stub is directly located on the west side of the city, this is an effort that really is looking for feedback from the entire community. This is meant to be a space where the entire city of Pasadena is going to be able to enjoy it in future years.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for that information, and we look forward to joining you at the meeting.
Great. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Shop Local, where we'll be highlighting some of the amazing businesses you can find here in the city of Pasadena and the entrepreneurs who make them so special.
We started as a chocolate business. Chocolate's still a big component. My wife now, she was my girlfriend at the time, we were traveling in Peru and we had this whole incredible trip. We were driving down the country and we got to experience meeting some of the coolest people. Very poor, but kinder than you'd see, anywhere around the world. They would give us the shirt off their back if they could. We stopped by this chocolate factory in Arequipa and I just kind of saw it and it sparked something. I looked at her and I was like, I'm gonna start a chocolate company. And she just said, okay. What happened is as we opened here in 2021, being creative and, kind of obsessing about things a little, I stumbled upon croissants. This goes into the idea of really mastering and being excellent at something. We decided to really focus solely on croissants. We have the standard ones, so we have the plain. Our chocolate, what makes our chocolate croissant unique besides we actually use the chocolate that we make from bean to bar. So from sourcing the cacao to roasting it to refining it to tempering it, the whole shebang, is we put 3 chocolate batons in there and we have a unique shape. So you have kind of chocolate everywhere you go. We have the almond, we have chocolate almond, we have our turkey ham and gruyere, that one's very popular. And then from there we have danishes. And then every month we have a new monthly. Drink-wise, yes, we have a variety of beverages that we sell: coffee, tea, chocolate. For me and for our whole team, we really prioritize, first and foremost, quality. Everything is from scratch. So every filling we make here, including our chocolate. When our bakery took off with success, we wanted to reinvest in the chocolate. So we separated that business out into a second business, and we really wanted to create something that really evoked not just the craftsmanship, but the pride that we have in what we do. That's a part of loving what you do, is It extends to the community that we're in. We love our community. It extends to our team. They see the work that we put in, which makes them not just respect us, but, want to come here.
I'm actually here pretty often. I definitely think that their chocolate's very unique. I love coming here, like I said, just for the ambiance and then the people. I think it brings the community together very well. And I just love how everything's handmade. So I think that if you haven't heard of this place, it's a great place to come to study, to make new friends, and just to enjoy really good quality chocolate and coffee.
I grew up in Pasadena, so what led us to wanting to have our bakery here in Pasadena was I really wanted a city where I was familiar with, where I knew the people, but also somewhere where, I call home. Knowing the people, it makes it so much more, special. We're very fortunate that we become a destination business within the LA area. And regardless if it's from this community or from other communities in the LA area or beyond, we want people to feel happy. What's the impact of what we're doing? Is it just selling croissants and making more, or is it the connection we have with people, with our community, with our team, and beyond? So connection is a really big component to why we do what we do.
Thank you for joining us for Pasadena In Focus. Make sure to subscribe to our e-newsletter at cityofpasadena.net/PIF. We'll catch you next time, and remember, stay in focus.